We finally made it out of this forest. Yeah, it's a long story, but here's what happened. A few minutes or a few hours ago, my brain's fried. Okay, so here's what happened. So today is going to be the last day that I'm spending in Jasper. Yesterday was my last night, and basically we're going to start the trail this wet morning with Old Fort Point. So it's a 4 to 5 hour hike, but I'm planning on spending 1 hour here. And also bring in an umbrella. And according to the map, I'm here. Here's the town of Jasper. And whoa! This place can also take you to the Whistler area and to the Magnolium Canyon as well. I'm guessing I'm going to be taking this orange line or this like purple line, that kind of stuff. Because since I'm going to be spending an hour, I might as well take the shortest route there is possible. So I guess we're just going to open up the umbrella and put on some warm clothing and hit the trails. Okay, now thinking back, probably between really hard rain or rain at all, plus wind on a really steep hill that's pretty much dirt and rock, probably not such a good idea when you're trying to climb this mountain. But on the plus side, you do get to see some wildlife. I think they're mountain goats or bighorn sheep or rams, but in anywho, you can see them all over the mountain as well. They come in, I think, schools, flocks, or groups, whatever you call them, and basically they've been just roaming around the mountains. Always best to try to keep your distance. So I didn't climb up fully up to the summit because of obvious reasons. One, it's pretty wet. Two, the area's too stony, so it's probably going to make a lot walking down a little bit slippery. And three, I'm kind of was planning on spending an hour up here as well, so pretty much time's up. So right now I'm heading back down to like another hike area or another lake area, of course, and seeing how it's going to end up as well. But I think this hike is probably one of my favorite hikes in the trip in Jasper, because like basically I'm lucky to see mountain goats in the area. Now hopefully they don't block my way as I continue downwards the hill, because I'm staying out of their territory. Okay, on the way down there's just going to be a little bit of delay due to mountain goats kind of blocking down the stairs. But this is a good opportunity to see how they are and how they behave up here. I may not be a scientist or ecologist or anything like that, but it's still kind of interesting to see what they do. Capricorn. I managed to make it safely back down. I think Old Fort Point is probably one of my favorite hikes so far, because it's just not only just a regular hike that can step, but you can actually like see more of the wildlife. Like specifically up here's the mountain goats or bighorn sheep or rams, that kind of stuff. But it's pretty nice to manage to see like actual wildlife on your hike. I think so far the only wildlife I've seen back in my previous hikes have been like things like chipmunks and like that. But being almost up close and personal to like mountain goats, that kind of stuff, it's really amazing. This is one of the places that you should definitely come when you're visiting Alberta, Jasper. Old Fort Point. because it's definitely worth the hike and definitely because it's definitely worth the hike to climb up to the summit, and definitely worth the time to like visit here as well. But if I were you, I come here during like when it's a little bit more sunny, because the thing is, it's like I know the water would get absorbed down into the dirt and all, but it's just more of a practical safety thing, because like some of the dirt like reveals some of the rock, and some of the rock, yeah, may not exactly be that safe. But it's definitely worth it. Oh, and one more thing. I know this is just me, but it's always a good idea to bring an umbrella during a hike. May not be that practical to carrying it, but still worth it. So right now, I'm heading my way towards another lake within the Jasper area. But before we do that, there's going to be a couple stops that I'm going to stop by. So one of them is called Medicine Lake. So this lake is going to be pretty interesting. So what happens is like there's going to be a bunch of water, and then it fills up in this area. And then afterwards, like there will be a sinkhole that's been developed, and it just drains out all the water. So kind of like a bathtub. Hey look, there's some info on this. It says here that in 1950, fluctuating water levels hampered ferry service on the lake. A dam was proposed but never built, and an unsuccessful attempt to block the sink point using sandbags, mattresses, and bundles of magazines. Recently, the outflow of the underground system has been traced to a large group of springs in the Athabasca Valley, 17 kilometers down valley from here. Although this may be the world's largest underground stream, the entrances are small and debris choked, and the passage remains frustratingly inaccessible. I'm going to guess, judging by this picture, it could have been like at the bottom of the lake down there. There could have just been like a center, but with over time about those sinkholes or something, it wasn't a good idea, so they just probably abandoned it. To be honest, I'm quite not understanding or sure. And I'm not sure if I want to even go down there as well. But it is quite nice to visit up here. Here's some new information, and basically a really good warning. So caution, fires may have left unstable trees in the area, and increased risk of injury exists. If you choose to use this area, reduce your risk. Wait for favorable weather conditions like low risk, calm conditions with no precipitation, high risk, windy conditions with rainfall or snowfall. Okay, so basically going down there may not sound like a good idea, because right now it's snowing. Travel quickly to reduce your exposure time. Spread your group out to reduce risk of multiple casualties. Stop only in open flat areas, at least one tree length from a standing tree. Travel carefully. Contact with roots or trees may cause a tree to fall. Avoid steep slopes. Fallen trees may slide downhill. If trees are actively falling, leave the area or take shelter. Okay, so around here, I'm guessing by the sign, it could have been like there was a fire around here, so it made a lot of the area pretty unstable. I don't think I would even go down there, judging by this. But it's pretty good advice. So right now here, I am at Becklin Lake. It's another hiking trail which I'm going to before I head to Edmonton. It's also a part of the Jasper National Park as well, and which is pretty interesting. Moose Lake Loop seems pretty cool. I always want to see a moose like real life. And this is where I am. So far the whole lake is full of ice, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to walk there, but it does seem interesting. Plus there's a center over there as well. Plus, there's a center over there, so I'm just hoping like it's open. After consulting the map a little bit, I'm thinking I'll just stick to the closest trail, or just walk around Becklin Lake, because everything is way too snowy and pretty much a little bit too icy to continue on. But around here, it looks like during the summer months or so, there's a lot of like water activities that people can do. So things like paddleboarding, canoeing, and probably just hanging out on the beach, or even swimming. But right now, for obvious reasons, I don't think anyone's going to be able to do that. That must be the lake. And look, there's footsteps going into the lake, up to that boardwalk. There are a little bit of like trails that we can do. And this must be the area where people can rent out boats and paddle along the lake. So this must be the board of like the boat rental station. It's closed for the season, or until the snow melts, and there's actually water. But there's absolutely no way am I going to like try to walk on this lake. And I'm going to listen to that sign. I am not going to walk all the way onto the lake, onto the dock. Besides, who knows how sturdy the ice is around here. But I do really like the color schemes here. So right now I'm at another part of Lake Magnolium, and which probably isn't too far from here by driving. But the problem is around here there's a lot of deep snow. So you're probably better here to wait until like it's summer, like end of June, July or something like that, just to try to come here. Or basically if you're willing to, just go with snowshoes, because the snow is steep and I wouldn't even know like which parts of the snows can hold up my body weight and which ones would just make me fall through the ground. So it's kind of treacherous hiking up here. I'm going to try to hike back myself up because there's no way I'm going to continue on like this. Okay, there's no way I'm coming here where there's still snow. Yep, do not walk this area, and it's better to walk in other people's footsteps. Again, look at this. So right now I'm still in the area of Jasper, and I'm currently beginning to leave Jasper to go to the town of Edson, and then heading to Edmonton next. But first, I'm going to check out this this area called the Valley of the Five Lakes. In which there are a few multiple trails that we can choose from. So that's my starting point over here. So according to the map, these would be the 5 lake areas, and we're just going to go around this trail area, probably around this entire area to see all the 5 lakes. Are you sure? That could just be like one of those bugs. Okay, up here we should take a right. So I haven't gone into one of the 5 lakes yet, but it's pretty easy trail back for the first few meters, but now it's going to be like an uphill summit. Probably just similar to this morning. Hey, there's a map up there. Oh crap, this has nothing to do with the lake that we were going around to. Restoration in progress. Now you're talking my language. Looks like we go down that way. Look at the flower. So pretty. I wonder what it is. I know. I should take a picture of it.
Hello. Very good. How about yourself? Very good, very good.
Take nothing but pictures. They're so pretty. I wonder if they'll sell flowers like these back in Toronto to grow in my backyard. I'd probably like to cut them and put them in my hair. This is going to be slight of a problem. Looks like the trail's washed out here. Oh. Yep. Problem solved, I guess. Looks like I just had to take the side route. But gross though. Not to mention, I don't think that was such a good idea. But I guess we'll continue to see where the path goes. I hope we get to lake number 5 close by, because this is getting exhausting. still on the right track. Yikes. I don't think you could see this, but behind those trees is the fourth lake. And over there, that green area, that's like the water. So this is lake number 5. Plus this area is pretty steep. Okay, 5th lake, 4th lake. And that here, my friends, after a huge trek and steep hills, plus not know where to go, this is where you come, 5th lake. There's more on the horizon that we should explore. This confirms it. The 5th lake. This confirms it. The 5th lake. About 4 more lakes to go. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Now we have a story.
To say, 3rd lake. Here we go. This is lake number 2. Okay, lake number 1 is going to be pretty further away from the other 4 lakes, but I don't think I have time to drive there because I have to get to the town of Edson. But anyway, this is one of the lakes around the area. Now it's time to get back. I guess I was wrong about the driving part. Over here, this is the 1st lake. Since this is bear country, usually it's best to try to keep your guard up when you're doing this hike. Look at the bark. And there's a lot more as well. So I have these 2 hikers that's just behind me, and it's better to stay together. They warned us about bears in the area because one of the hikers told them about it. So at this point I'm just checking my back to see if they're still together with us. Here's another bark. But we're almost out of the forest, which is a good thing because I want to get to Edson and Edmonton. Because I can do with small towns, but I am not going camping. No way. We finally made it out of this forest. Well, and bear free as well, so I'm gonna count myself pretty lucky. Like very lucky I didn't see a bear. But anyway, at this point I'm gonna have to continue my trip to Edson town and then also to Edmonton as well. So I will see you guys in the next video for Edmonton. See ya! The journey is more fun than the destination. I guess it's true. Now to think about it, it's always been fun on the journey. The hypnotizing scenery, the long roads, the no signal, the music that's just playing in my ear. Everything has been a wonder. But the thing is that I'm just going to miss the journeys between Jasper and Banff. They had so much to offer. even in the town itself. But there's no use of crying in the past and just straying for the future to Edmonton.